Hello everyone, I warmly welcome all of you in today's session in which we are going to learn about traffic markings. As in image you can see different symbols and lines are being plotted on the surface of road pavement, right? In the first image you can see these arrows, they are mean as you can go straight and take a turn. Okay, these cross lines or you can say this marking is having a meaning, that is pedestrian can cross this road only through this much path. Okay, in the second image you can see this left side arrow is given means that is mentioning uh, in a few distance front side you can take left turn. This is the second arrow which informs you that you can go straight and take a left also, and this is a right turning arrow. These arrows are placed before this stop line, right? So these markings that we have to learn in today's session, which are the different types of them and meaning of each one and with their individual symbol. So what is traffic marking? Traffic markings are the lines, patterns, words, symbols, or reflectors applied to the carriageway, curbs, sides of islands, or to fixed objects near the roadway. ठीक है, ये इस तरीके के पैटर्न्स होते हैं, लाइंस होती है या वर्ड या सिंबल्स होते हैं जो कि आपके कैरेजवे मतलब जो कि आपका बिटुमन पेमेंट रहता है, फिनिश्ड सरफेस, दैट विल बी कैरेजवे, और the lane on which vehicles is being can be transported from easily. You can say traffic lane and plus shoulder portion. This total portion is your carriageway. Curb stones जो यहाँ पे नहीं है but यहाँ पे होते हैं, right, which differentiate between carriageway and your shoulder portion. Okay. Then sides of Iceland, अगर यहाँ intersection point पे कोई structure रहेगा उसे कहा जाएगा आइसलैंड. उसके साइड वॉल के ऊपर अगर कोई सिंबल है, लाइनिंग है, जो कि आपको दूर से शो करेगा कि यहाँ पे इस तरीके का ऑब्जेक्ट है जो कि आइसलैंड है, जो आपका वर्क करेगा फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ मैनिपुलेटिंग द ट्रैफिक फ्लो और टू फिक्स ऑब्जेक्ट्स नियर द रोड. अब इन्हें सबको शो करने के लिए जो आप पैटर्न यूज करोगे, लाइंस यूज करोगे, उन्हें हम कहेंगे ट्रैफिक मार्किंग. इट्स ऑब्जेक्ट इज टू वार्न, इन्फॉर्म and guide the road users. They are made by using prints in contrast with colors and brightness on the pavement or other background. Right? The color that is being painted on the surface of the carriageway or the curb, it should be get easily visible from the longer distance. So for that purpose, that print are made in the brighten and in a contrast pattern, like black and white, or you can say yellow and black. Ordinary paints like oil paints are used for the roadway markings. See over here in the image, these are your curb stones which are being marked in a proper pattern, that is contrast pattern, with the help of black and yellow color, which is showing, or this kind of curves can be easily shown from the longer distance also, from far away also, and in the night vision also. Okay, next we will see classification of traffic markings. So this is in classification: curb markings, carriageway markings, object markings, and reflector markings. So we'll see one by one. First is your curb marking. Now you know what is the curb stone, which act as a boundary between carriageway and shoulder portion. Okay, like this. ये है आपका shoulder portion, और सर्विस रोड भी कभी कभी हम लोग प्रोवाइड करते हैं. सो दिस इज योर कैरेजवे और ट्रैफिक लेन. ये है आपका ट्रैफिक लेन एंड शोल्डर पोर्शन के बीच में ये बाउंड्री करके एक्ट करेगा. दिस इज योर कर्व मार्किंग. These markings are provided to the curves of objects lying within the carriageway, which is having two types, that is alternate black and white strips and checkered black and white strips. As in this image, second image, you can see alternate black and white or black and yellow. As in the first image, you can see over here both the combination. Like the first half is consists of alternate black and yellow. The second half is consisting alternate black and white. So here, how much should be the thickness of that black band and yellow or white band? it is mentioned over here, it should be 500 mm. Okay. Second pattern that you can prepare is checkered black and white strip in the second image, right? Second image का ये जो है portion, अब इसमें क्या रहेगा, alternate portions रहेंगे. Alternate कैसे, यहाँ भी alternate ही है, but कैसे है, top surface black है, again front surface black है. वही checkered black and white में क्या हो जाएगा, ये black रहेगा, front surface आपका opposite means yellow रहेगा. अगर यहाँ येलो है तो ये सरफेस ब्लैक रहेगा. Likewise, see in the here it is black, so here it is white or yellow. Again it is white, so opponent means this opponent is nothing but top surface and the front surface or the sides, vertical sides and horizontal top surface is of combination of the two colors. So making of that combination, you form your checkered black and white strips on the curves. Next is carriageway marking. So carriageway is the pavement or the funicular pavement surface on which traffic can move very smoothly. For that purpose, we are having first is center line. These markings consist of single white broken line, 10 to 15 centimeter wide and 3 meter segment with 4.5 meter gap. As in the image you can see, this is one your center line. ठीक है, अभी सेंटर लाइन के इधर दो लेन्स है, इधर दो लेन्स है. ये कैसा है, अगेन सेंटर लाइन से डिवाइड हुआ ना, इसीलिए दैट इज फॉर्मिंग टू लेन्स. सो द टोटल रोड इज ऑफ 4 लेन, फर्स्ट, सेकेंड, थर्ड एंड फोर्थ. आगे समझ में. अब ये जो हम सेंटर लाइन कह रहे हैं वो है आपकी ये बीच की लाइन. ठीक है, यहाँ पे कभी कभी डिवाइडर होता है या फिर हम लोग सेंटर लाइन हम लोग प्रोवाइड करते हैं, जिसका विड्थ कितना रहेगा, 10 to 15 सेंटीमीटर. ये जो थिकनेस है इसका, सी हियर दिस मच थिकनेस इज 10 to 15 सेंटीमीटर. लेंथ ऑफ द सेगमेंट विल बी 3 मीटर एंड spacing between two segments is completely taken as 4.5 meter. Second is your traffic lane line. First क्या था, center line. Second, traffic lane line. The carriageway markings consist of white broken lines of 10 centimeter wide and 1.5 meter segment and 3 to 4.5 meter gaps. These lanes are provided on multi-lane roads to guide the traffic. As I said, this is your lane line. ठीक है, ये लेन लाइन की थिकनेस कितनी है, 100 mm और यू कैन से 10 सेंटीमीटर. इसकी विड्थ कितनी है, 1.5 मीटर एक सेगमेंट की, एंड दो सेगमेंट का डिस्टेंस कितना रहेगा, 3 मीटर. सो लाइकवाइज यू आर हैविंग सेंटर लाइन. Okay, now again center line, here you can see the two different types of center lines. In the first image you can see it's in dotted center lines, or you can say center line with the gap segments, and here you can say it's a continuous center line. Okay, in first image this kind of center line is there, so overtaking is easily being accessed. And if you are having a continuous center line, at such situation, overtaking is not being permitted. I'll show you one video in which the meaning will be get clarified with the help of the animation. So here are the two concepts, like this one is center line, 3 meter of one segment and 4.5 meter with the gap between two segments. And the second image, you can see the traffic lane lines, which is being provided to divide the different lanes to form a different lanes, in which 1.5 meter length segment will be there and the 3 meter distance will be between two segments is being there. Next is pedestrian crossing. So all these lines or all these markings are on what? All these are on your carriageway. So first is center line, traffic lane line, and next is pedestrian crossing. The width of pedestrian crossing is governed by its requirement, means it varies from 2 to 4 meters. As in the first image, you can see this one is your pedestrian crossing, specifically provided at the intersection point or the signal location. This is your plain pedestrian crossing. This is 3D or animated pedestrian crossing pattern. See over here, before, what is the need of this pedestrian crossing? Before that line, one stop line is here, that is below the car. So up to that line, the vehicle should compulsorily get stopped when it's a red signal over there. And it will be green for the pedestrian, the persons who are walking or the crossing intersection point. So they can allow to pass the crossings. Next is stop line. Every pedestrian crossing, before that, one stop line is being there. For what purpose? These markings are provided near the pedestrian crossings and at the intersections, having signals to show the drivers to stop and then to proceed when the signal is clear. To give a proper warning to the driver that front line or further in on the carriageway there is a pedestrian crossing. So before that, an stopping limit or stopping line is being given at every intersection. The distance between pedestrian crossing and stop line at an intersection varies from 2 to 3 मीटर. Like यहाँ पे आपका pedestrian line खत्म हो रहा है, तो यहाँ से ये stop line तक का distance 2 से 3 मीटर तक का हो सकता है. Before that, you have to stop your vehicle up to this line. Okay? ये हर pedestrian के पहले mention करना जरूरी है. Like over here, you can say this is your pedestrian crossing at the signal. So here it is your stop line, and these symbols are used for parking of the cycles. Cyclists can stand over in this lane. Okay, as the image is showing, this is an intersection point, this is a center line, likewise this is edge line, etc. Okay, next we will see parking space limit markings. So parking lots होते हैं, maybe on the ground, it may be on the roof of the any building or any structure, etc. So parking particular location or exact position of the vehicle and showing the limits up to what or up to in which pattern you have to park your vehicle. Showing that line is nothing but parking space limit markings. These carriageway markings are provided for proper functioning of parking facility. See over here, in this also, this is a perpendicular parking, right? That we have been already studied in chapter number 2, patterns of parking, angular parking, right? Perpendicular parking, this is your angular parking. So angular parking is beneficial to park number of vehicles in a shorter span. Next is obstruction approach markings. If there is any obstruction along the route of the traveling, so you can mark with the help of these markings. These markings are provided to indicate that there is some obstructions such as tower, pole, etc. यहाँ पे कैसा रहेगा? Triangular portion रहेगा. Center में आपका जो भी obstructed portion है वो रहेगा, and along that the center line will continue. See, this is also showing an obstruction marking. Next is your object marking. These are the traffic markings provided to physical obstruction or near the roadway. These are provided to support grade, separation, signals, drums, trees, etc. See over here, this is ये जो है आपका ये छोटा सा ऑब्जेक्ट मार्किंग हो गया. यहाँ पे भी आप लोग देख सकते हैं, जैसे ये यहाँ पे ऑब्जेक्ट है, यहाँ पे उन्होंने क्या किया है, थोड़ा सा ये हॉरिजॉन्टल पोर्शन एक्सटेंड किया है, उसे प्रॉपरली लाइंस दिखाई है, क्योंकि दिस इज एन पियर, राइट, सेंट्रल पियर ऑफ दिस ब्रिज. तो अगर ये नाइट में नहीं दिखता है कभी कभी, तो उसे ऐसे रिफ्लेक्टर्स एंड डार्क पेंट से हम लोग पेंट करते हैं, दैट विल शो एन ऑब्जेक्ट इज ओवर देयर. नेक्स्ट इज रिफ्लेक्टर मार्किंग. These are the markings used for increasing the visibility during the night hours to avoid the accident. These are made of the clusters, small panels covered with reflecting coating provided at the curves. Okay, इस तरीके के आप लोगों ने मार्किंग्स देखे होंगे. छोटे छोटे रिफ्लेक्टर्स रहते हैं, एज लाइन पर रहते हैं स्पेसिफिकली, और आपके सेंटर लाइन पे रहते हैं. ओके, लाइकवाइज यहाँ पे भी दिख रहा है आपको, अलोंग द सेंटर लाइन है, अलोंग द एजेस है, सो विच विल make easy transportation. Or as in the second image, you can see the reflectors are being provided on the edges. Okay, so due to the provision of reflector markings to traveling during the night sessions, it will be very easy and safe. So further, with the help of the few videos, we will elaborate more idea regarding the road marking, rules and regulations that being followed with the help of these markings.
Let's look at lane markings. White lines divide lanes where traffic travels in the same direction. Yellow lines mean traffic travels in opposite directions. The type of yellow line tells you what you can or cannot do. One broken line means cars can pass in either direction. A solid and broken line means passing is permitted in one direction. Only if you're on the side with the broken line. A solid double line means no passing in either direction. Never drive on the left side of a solid double line unless you're making a left turn, you're in a carpool lane, or you are instructed to do so. Double yellow lines are another matter. Consider them the same as a raised barrier. Never cross unless there is a designated opening.
Let's say you're on a road that only has white lines. What does that mean?
All traffic would be traveling the same way. It's a one-way street.
Very good. Now, there are a few specialized lanes you should know about too.
Bike lanes are generally for bicyclists or pedestrians if there are no sidewalks. Never use a bike lane unless you're about to make a right turn, enter a driveway, or to park if permitted. There are several types of carpool lanes. The markings tell you when it's legal to enter or exit. Check the signs to make sure you meet the occupancy requirements or have a special decal before entering. Center left turn lanes keep traffic flowing and prevent rear-end collisions. Always use them for left turns when available. On a two-lane road, if you're driving slowly and traffic behind you cannot pass, use a turnout lane when available. You must do this when 5 or more cars are behind you. And be aware of markings that let you know that a lane is about to end.
As the idea regarding the markings is being clear with the help of the animation also. So here is the end of review or unit 3. So we will have a quick review of road signs and traffic marking, in which we have been studied traffic control devices, road signs, their definition and objective, classification as per the IRC like mandatory or regulatory, cautionary or warning, informatory signs, their locations, their specifications regarding designing that are to be get considered, and the points to be considered while erecting, means placing the road sign. Further, we studied road markings or traffic markings, in which their definition and classification on which surfaces it being provided, and rules and regulations that are to be followed. So here is an end of chapter number 3, that is end of road signs and road markings. Ask for any queries and fill the link of today's attendance. Thank you.